Antonio says, what's your process for journaling? Do you keep stats of all your trades? My process for journaling is with paper, as you guys saw me jot down that error that I made earlier. I will admit that these days I don't do nearly a tenth of the journaling that I used to do. And I would attribute me being in a position now to journal less, not journal at all, but journal less, only because of the years that I spent diligently journaling pre-market, during the session, post-market reviews, all that stuff. And yes, I do keep stats on my trades. If you're not, that's what I call logging your trades. If you're not logging your trades, whether it's TraderView, some other third-party product, your own spreadsheet, if you're not doing that, if you're not tracking your results there, then it's you're not a real trader. You have to track your stats. You have to do that, just like any athlete reviews film, replays things, you know, like you have to, if you're not measuring it, right? I'm sure there's some really good sayings by like James Clear or whatever, you know, like if you're not measuring it, you can't improve it, right? And so for us, logging trades, tracking stats is measuring what we're doing. It's non-negotiable. My process for journaling is around a few key things. One would be noting, and I don't do this anymore, but let me answer this to you, what I think you should do and what I used to do all the time. Okay, that's going to be the best way to answer this question. Jot down your rationale for all your decisions. That is trade decisions, right? Or non-decisions in turn, which is a decision, but like I'm going to pass on this trade. 8:17 a.m. I'm going to pass on this trade because I don't like the order flow here, blah, 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 right? 9:55, I am shorting NASDAQ or crude oil here because it's this setup for me, blah, blah, blah. The only hesitation here is around, again, maybe this dissonance on this time frame, but I think that it's worth the risk here. That type of stuff, all your trade decisions. When you scale out, why was it a scale out, right? Some of this stuff is so ingrained in me, and now I'm operating at such a high discretionary level. It's just a little bit different for me now, but I can promise you that a handful of years ago, I was detailed. I can show you stacks of journals, right? They're in a closet right over there. Stacks of them where I detailed every day. I had a journal going. Timestamp it. Make sure you timestamp it. If you are using a digital journal, and I've gone back and forth in terms of doing that, I ultimately come back to paper when it's in regard to journaling. My reviews are digital. Preps are digital. Trade logging is digital. But journaling, there's something about the connection with the brain and the body and the physical writing that I can't find a better way for me to do it. If you do use something like Notion, a really good feature is what it's at now, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. It'll timestamp it for you there. It's pretty nice. So anyways, journaling, always timestamp any entry. The key things to do would be trade decisions, right? Including I'm not doing something here and why. Trade decisions and rationale. Key psychology events, right? If you notice yourself feeling a certain strong way or whatever, just jot it down with a timestamp. You don't have to dive into it and figure it out. Jot down that strong emotion and when it occurred. Just jot it down. Pretty soon, you're going to start to notice patterns and sequences and triggers and cues regarding a lot of those emotions. That can be very, very powerful. And it is, not can be, it is very, very powerful for your trading. In terms of learning more about yourself, becoming more self-aware, learning your habits and your triggers and whatnot with things, it's critical. Errors, right? That's one thing I journaled today. Errors. When you note you made a mistake, you did something wrong, you violated process, you didn't do something according to a process goal, which was the case with me today. And that pissed me off. I was not happy about that at all. But I didn't let it put me on tilt. I didn't let it affect what I did. But you could probably see on video that I was not happy that I violated my process goal for the day. I don't like when I do that. And that's because I've worked hard to, as we talk about in the mental framework section of NADRO, redefine what it means to win. For me, a winning day is a day where I'm making good decisions. I am getting better at a process goal, executing it well. P&L be damned. Seriously.